Good morning, YouTube. It's time for Enoch Does Fallout 4. You only live once. I've been so excited, so pumped for this. I've wanted to do a Fallout 4 run for a long time, and I was trying to think of which one to do. And, I was going to do just an exploration run of Fallout 4, exploring all the locations and doing all the quests and everything else, and we might do that. In fact, that's probably what we're going to do next, after You Only Live Once, because I have no idea how long this series is going to last. It could be one episode. I don't know. We're going to find out. Because here's the thing, there are many rules to You Only Live Once. Well, 4 rules, most really. The first rule, and most important rule, is there's no healing. No healing, no reloading. So if I get hit, I can't reload to my last save and go at it again. I can't heal any injuries. I will be doing the entire game of Fallout 4 on a single health bar. The second rule is I will be playing this game on survival mode. And with survival mode comes, everybody's a glass cannon. Everybody takes more damage, which will help me take down enemies, but it also means that when I get hit, it's going to hurt more. It also means that diseases will be in play, such as weakness and insomnia and all these diseases that you can get, and those are all dice rolls in the background. And so I will be playing with those active. However, the mods that I'm using that prevent any healing, the mods will be in the description below, intentionally take out the disease infection. They remove it from the game. The reason for this, infection, remember, these are diseases that you can just get them for no apparent reason. And infection makes it so that for like 3 days I will be taking constant damage for 3 days, or until it's removed with antibiotics. Now, I can't use any antibiotics or use a doctor to heal any disease, so that means if I get infection, the run's over. And it's not because of any mistake I made or anything else, it's just because of a dice roll. So that's no fun. So that disease has been removed. Diseases do wear off naturally over time. Infection takes 3 days. Others take longer, others take less time. But they will be allowed to come off naturally. I will not be... this is the third rule. The third rule is I will not be allowed to remove any diseases through antibiotics or doctors. I will not be able to remove addictions. If I get addicted to something, I'm addicted for the game. I also cannot repair any limb damage. So if I have a broken leg, I'm going to be limping slowly for the entire game. That's quite a risk, especially if you get your head crippled, because then the screen constantly goes wibbly and it makes aiming really difficult. So we'll see about that. The fourth and last rule of this run, no permanent companions. This means Dogmeat, this means Deacon, this means Preston Garvey, though who would run around with Preston Garvey willingly, I don't know. I'm not allowed any companions whatsoever. This is very important, not just for you, but for me, because I want to be fair in this game. But at the same time, companions constantly get me killed. So it's a good thing for me, because then I don't have to deal with them. So those are the rules. And as we create the character and go through the starting process of the game, we'll go over some other things like what mods I'm using, what creation club things I'm allowing or not allowing. So let's get started. In 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Hey guys. So let's talk about some of the mods and stuff that I'll be using for this while I'm building my character here, because they've got a lot of nice presets here. I'm going to go with this guy here. So there's some Creation Club stuff. Creation Club is interesting things that you can buy for this mod, or for this game, like different, let's go Urban Ranger.
Nice. Did you get a haircut?
Different skins and stuff. My brain shut off for a second there, so I do apologize about that. Let's see, what should we go with? Because I like some... Well, we could go with like a big old beard. Big doomsday prep beard. Nah. You know, I had a goatee for most of my life. Maybe a goatee. Yeah, sure.
What do you think, hon? Beard or no beard?
Yeah, you know what? That's good enough. Absolutely. And good enough. So the Creation Club stuff that I have, because I've spent very little money on this game. You'll notice up in the left-hand corner there, it will occasionally flash my hit points. It'll also show how much damage I've taken, how much rads I've taken. So keep that in mind there. I do have the Fantasy Hero set, which is some melee stuff from Skyrim that you get from Huber's Comics. I will not be picking that stuff up. If I go to Huber's Comics, I might, you know, drop by there, but if I even get the gear, I'm just going to sell it. I won't actually use it. The graphic t-shirt pack I have, which is a bunch of different t-shirts and jeans that are just add different clothing options. They're not really like that advanced or anything, so I'm going to say they're allowed. I got Morgan's spacesuit, which is like a free hazmat suit as soon as I come out of the vault. We will not be allowing that. That will not be in the game at all. So I will have it as soon as I log in or come out of the vault, and I will dump it immediately in the first container that I find. The anti-material rifle Creation Club item I also have. That is a quest in order to unlock that, and as I go up in levels, it will show up in some of the vendors. I think that's an okay weapon to get. If I buy one, great. If I come across a quest and I feel like I'm able to do it, fine. Handmade shotgun is also like a pipe weapon for shotguns. I'm going to allow that, though I start with one, and I will be dropping that off.
It's probably that salesman. He comes for you every day.
So we're going to start this.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
I'm here now.
So you are. So you are. Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Yay, joy. There's a lot of fun options you'll get in here. Typically you have a yes, a no, a more information, and a sarcastic answer, like this.
Go away.
Won't take but a moment. We do need to verify some information to make sure you're cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of
Unforeseen.
atomic annihilation.
Now, I can't wait for the world to end.
That's the spirit. Now, let's see.
I gotta admit, this is one of the most organic ways to add in your character information. So, of course, it's going to be called Enoch, because I'm Enoch. Now, interesting thing, we'll have two opportunities to set our character up. We'll have the opportunity right now, and once we're about to leave the vault, we can redesign the character. What that gives us is the opportunity to modify our character for the best possible survival in both ways. So I'm going to take max intelligence. I'm going to take max intelligence because that way I'll get the most experience. So I'll be closer to level 2 by the time we leave. I'm also going to be taking a fair amount of agility, bit of strength, why not? Some perception. You know what, actually, I'll probably take a lot of luck. There we go. That looks good.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
Now, I do have 2 other Creation Club items.
Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that paternal affection you seem to be so good at.
So shiny. He's not that
You
shiny
heard
later on.
Codsworth. Go on.
The other 2 Creation Club items I have is dogs. Now, there is a dog meat who is your natural companion, but there's 2 other dogs that you can get that just have guardians for your settlements. There's actually tons of them, but I only have 2. And so those 2, if I happen to run across them, because I know where they both are, then I will. I'll pick them up, sure. And the last thing is a modular military backpack. This is a backpack that I start with, and it makes sense to have a backpack. And you can upgrade the backpack or buy backpacks, and it's a pretty good thing. I think that it's appropriate. So we'll be allowing that as well. But those are the only Creation Club stuff.
How are the 2 most important men in my life doing? Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that.
So I'll just spin this here. You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit.
I don't think we're going to
Weather
have
should
time.
hold up.
Will it be like that night in the park a year ago?
Sir, Mum, you should come and see this.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Yeah, canonically, little Sean was conceived in a park. Because if you're playing Nora, you're playing the female in this setting, and you make the sarcastic answer, then she says, oh, like I want to get pregnant again.
Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation. We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations.
Oh, no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
Okay, so now we got to go and rush to our bomb shelter. For the record, if you dally about too long, if you just sort of hang out and mess around for too long, the bomb will drop. The bombs will drop and you will die. Everything will just go out in a big blaze of glory and you'll just be toast. So that is an option, something you can indeed do. But we're not going to do that because this is a YOLO run and that would count as me dying. So that would be the shortest run ever. It's be like a 15-minute video. And yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna die!
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Well, that's interesting. Vault-Tech rep, he keeps running. And he doesn't stop.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
That's
Good
his
luck,
power
man.
armor.
God
Beautiful,
help us
beautiful,
all.
sweet power armor.
You two, follow me. Come on.
What's
Okay,
gonna
I will
happen to all
follow
those
you.
people outside
I
the
will
gate?
come on.
Everything we can. Now keep moving.
I will keep moving. Beautiful colors. Reminds me sort of Cape Breton in the fall, which is appropriate because this is on the pretty much on the East Coast. Yeah, because this is Boston. Bastion. Got to say it right. Yeah,
Almost
so that's
there.
also the
We're
East
gonna be
Coast.
okay.
I'm just Cape Breton's
I love
farther
you.
north.
Both of you.
We
From
love you
Boston.
too.
Big bada.
Hold on.
Interesting thing, if you hold your thumb out the way the Vault Boy does in all the pictures, it's not that he's giving you the thumbs up. It's if you can't cover the mushroom cloud with your thumb when you're looking at it, you are too close. So you can imagine that was really close. And everyone in that elevator would be dead because just the radioactive blast from the initial wave. Everyone here, you all have
We did
cancer.
it.
You have all the
We made
cancers.
it.
all of the cancers. They're okay,
Everyone,
but
please step off the
we have all the
elevator and
cancers.
proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion. No need to worry, folks.
Excuse me, pardon me,
We'll get
protagonist
everyone
coming through.
situated in your new home, Vault 111. A better future underground.
A better future underground. Uh-huh. So this is Vault 111, Vault 111, Vault 111, however you want to put it.
Don't get caught up thinking about
There
it.
is, I think, canonically 124 volts, I think it is, throughout the United States. And they are all, like, evil, horrible places, as we will find out.
Just step over to the table. Okay, welcome.
Thanks.
Take my vault suit.
Right over there.
What now?
Just
I do.
follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you.
You're going to tell me where to go?
Follow me.
I'll
It's
follow
down
you.
the hallway
You
right
gotta walk.
there. This is our new home.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
So here I am.
This is one of our
That's
most
my back.
advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. Right over there. It's gone. Our
All the
home.
vaults have something. Like there's
Everything
one or
we
two
have.
control vaults that are actually set up
How
to
long do you
work,
think we'll be down
but
here?
all the other vaults have
Oh,
like
we'll be
social
going over all that
experiments
in
or
orientation.
genetic
Just a few
experiments
medical
or
items we have to get through
mental breakdown. Like they're all evil, horrible things.
Prepared for the future, right?
Like we're supposed to be quote unquote being what is it called? Just like
step in here and put your vault suit on.
decontamination pod. Uh-huh. Right. That looks like a decontamination pod.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
I'm sorry, my BS meter is going through the roof.
A whole new life.
Resident secure.
So as I'm being decontaminated, I'm going to talk to you about the mods that we have. We do have a few mods on here. We have an unofficial Fallout 4 patch, which helps with a few of the little bugs in the game. There is You Only Live Once mod, as well as the Miniature Nerd You Only Live Once mod. I put them both together because they seem to fit hand in glove pretty well. Also the FLF Full Dialogue Interface mod. What that's going to do is it's going to cut out all of the swear words, because that way it makes it a little bit more family friendly, and I feel a bit more comfortable about like some of the kids that I work with watching these videos. Because yeah, there's violence, but at least they're not swearing a lot, because the raiders, the bad guys, they swear a lot. Let me out! Let me out! Yeah, if you press E right now, you can actually hit the glass.
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
See, this makes more sense from the other way around. Like, they're supposedly they took Sean for his DNA, pre-war DNA, but if they wanted a backup, they would probably wanted to keep the woman, since she has unfertilized eggs that could be used. Whereas I'm a guy, and I'm a lot less useful for this.
Cryogenic array. All residents must vacate immediately.
So, now we actually begin the game. This is me in my nifty little Vault 111 jumpsuit. I forgot, there is a couple other Creation Club stuff I have. One is skins. Like, I have different types of skins for my Pip-Boy, which I don't have yet, and for power armor, and for my regular armor and stuff like that. Nothing really that changes gameplay at all. And I also have vault suit mod, so I can actually adjust vault suits and stuff.
Come on, come on, come on!
So, with the storyline here, this vault...
I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back. I promise.
This vault's experiment was testing to see what the effects are of cryogenically freezing people against their will, without their knowledge. You can pick up a lot of junk. Junk has varied uses, because you can build all sorts of stuff out of the junk that you find. Everybody's dead. The cryogenic arrays completely failed. The only reason I'm alive is because they kept me as a backup. And yeah, so that's where we start. Pick up lots of tools. Tools are good. This door doesn't open, so we gotta go this way. I've played this a few times, like I've finished this game a few times. Look at that bug. There we go. This, they call this a baton, but that is called an asp. At least here in Canada, it's called an asp. Ooh, Stimpack, which is a healing item, which I can't use as a healing item. Even if I was to take that Stimpack right now, and I was damaged, it would not heal me. What it is money. Now, asps, when you flick them out like that, like police batons sometimes have them, I have used these. These things rock. So now we're going to get to our very first combat of the game. Now, what makes this game so interesting is that they have something to help those people that are not very good at first-person shooters, and that is the VAT system, which allows me, that shows me that I have a 95% chance to hit this rad roach if I attack. So if you're not very good at
Giant roaches?
At playing these type of games, it's got a way to sort of even the playing field, which is pretty cool. It worked for my wife Connie. She wasn't a very good shot, and then she started using VATS, and eventually she got to be to the point where she is a good shot. Now the reason I'm taking all these beer bottles, they drink a lot of beer around here apparently, is because I need to drink water to survive, funny enough. And this is one of the few places where you can just automatically fill your bottles and get purified water that you don't create yourself. And we'll get into settlement creation later. But for now, there we go. Got a bunch of water. Now, here is one of the two most dangerous parts of this whole game. You don't want to go through there because, as you can see from that rad roach, you get zapped. So you got to go around. Now, these rad roaches, there's a lot of rad roaches in here, and for most part, most of them, I am able to deal with without a problem. But there is these rad roaches and the ones right through that door. Those are the ones I'm worried about. I want to get this one by himself. Hi. Hello. Yep, I'm now in caution, so he now knows that somebody's here. I gotta wait until he's in range. Now the other one doesn't really know that happened because this is a silent weapon. Now I can attack once in VATS for every so many action points I have, and action points are dependent upon what my agility is. And the weight of the weapon determines how many action points. This is the most dangerous part of this entire vault, because there's two rad roaches up there. And I want to get the attention of one, but not the other. There you go. You come down. Oh, okay. Disgusting. And now this one. Yeah! No damage. Sweet. Whew. Okay. Because what happens is you can poke your head up here and get the attention of both. And even with using VATS, I'll get the one, but then the other one will get a bite on me before I can deal with him. Now you can sneak. I didn't really talk about this. You see how they have brackets beside the hidden word. As they shuffle, it means that there's a chance somebody might see me, or notice me, or hear me, right? So now we're in here. Now this will probably be the last time I use a melee weapon this entire game, because, oh baby, now we go for the gun. Oh yeah. Even more ammo. Even more ammo. Even more ammo. Locks, they have different levels.
Nice.
I am not
Coming back
a
later
master
for you.
lockpick yet. But that is a big gun. That is something that probably not going to be ever using. So there's lots of different pieces of gear in here. More ammo. More bobby pins. You need bobby pins in order to pick locks. So getting 4 bobby pins there was a great thing. There is a lot of lore on the computers. I'm not going to be going through the lore in this run. Maybe if I do a complete exploration run, in that one I will go through all of the computers and getting all the information. But now, we got to go shoot some stuff. I am probably not going to use VATS here, because I am not so bad a shot. Why do I feel like I'm missing one? Yeah, there he is. Haha. There we go. Now I was detected. Detected means noticed, but nobody's really coming after me. I'm also collecting all the meat because I'm going to have to eat a lot in this game. So there are 2 more red roaches in this game. One right there. Use the iron sights. I like the third-person iron sights where I can get away with it because the dot's easier. Last one. Right there. Right in the head. There you go. And that's it for beasties in this vault. Now is when I get my Pip-Boy. This will be our game interface. Just check out the RAM on this thing. I mean, oh my gosh, it's so incredible the amount of RAM on this Pip-Boy as a computer. Oh my gosh, 64K RAM. Wow, it's got like maybe 38 megabytes total storage of this thing. But this is our game interface here. It shows you the damage to my different limbs, shows you my average damage, also shows you, or sorry, no, that's my defense rating, that's my energy defense and my radiation defense. Okay. Also shows you what your specials are, and perks. Perks are special abilities that you get every level, and there's also this one here, which is adrenaline. So for every, I think it's like 10 or so, every so many guys you kill gives you 1 star of adrenaline, which is 5% bonus damage. But when you sleep, you lose a bunch of it, maybe even all of it. So this will be going up and down throughout the run. I'll have the choice. Do I want more damage, or do I want to be able to sleep and maybe reduce some of the disadvantages of being tired? Right? Then we got weapons. Right now I've got 2 10mm pistols, 2 security batons. You cannot dual wield, as much as that would be awesome. Equipment, I can put on some eyeglasses, which give me +1 to perception. And then this is where I get the energy and radiation resistance right here. Oh, I don't have any damage. That must have been damage. Yeah, 19 damage from the pistol. Hi, Zoe. Hello, Zozo. And then aid, such as water. I'm going to quickly add that to my favorites. Rad roach meat, I don't want to eat this. That gives me 11 rads each. Once you cook it, it loses its rads. Miscellaneous equipment, junk. Now you'll see all this junk is made up of different things, right? The clipboard is made out of 2 springs and 1 wood. Those springs will be very valuable to me, right? Mods, mods are for mods of equipment, and then ammunition. Ammunition does have weight. It's minuscule, but it adds up quick. Then we can see what quests we have. We have 1 quest, and our map. And our map shows you this is the whole area of Fallout 4. It's a big game. It's really big. And we will not be exploring all of it. Because, yeah. And then there's a radio, which will have radio stations. We're not going to be listening to the radio, because that's all everything went fuzzy. That's all third-party music, and I'd get demonetized. So, vault controls. Just plug in here, and we will open the vault door. Boom shakalaka. I love this animation. I love the way the door opens. I mean, it just feels so meaty and heavy, and it feels like the door to something that would, protect you against nuclear annihilation. You can see people shot at the door too during the whole thing where the people in the vault died. The long and short of this vault is they were doing experiments on people to see how long, the effects of them in cryogenic sleep. And then the vault overseer and the science people basically told everyone else, you don't get any food or water because you're running out, and it's not time to open the door yet, and then just basically caused a huge mutiny, and a bunch of people died. So here's where we get to actually redo our character again, and actually do it the way we're going to have it. Because here's the way the perks work. This is what the different special stats are. Special is strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. And they all have different effects on how our characters work. But however much you have and what level you are determines which perks are available to you. Right? So, like, some of them are really important. For example, Gun Nut allows you to modify guns to make better guns, which could be helpful. Or Rifleman, which makes a non-automatic rifles do 20% more damage. You see how it works. So you want at least a 2 perception in order to have Rifleman, or a 3 intelligence in order to have Gun Nut. That being said, let's take a look at what our build is going to be. Yes. Okay. I'm going to be running with an intelligence of 3. Enoch, not too smart. My wife can attest to this. We're going to be doing that and taking a luck of 5. We're going to be having a charisma, also of 5. Now, I know what you're going to say. People normally say you don't need a big charisma because charisma is only good for 1 or 2 things, and then a bunch of speech checks later on in the game that will allow you to get a little bit of experience or options. I like the charisma of 5 because, especially in survival mode, you don't have fast travel, so you can't run around a lot. So you can connect your settlements together with a higher charisma. I'm going to want at least a perception of 4. So this is not good for my strength and endurance. So I'm going to reduce my agility a bit to raise my endurance up a bit and my strength up a bit. Now this is going to be going up. My endurance will be going up. I want a higher agility for the sneak, because the higher your agility is, the harder it is for people to detect you, and for the action points and VATs. That's just safety. Right? So this is going to be my build. I know it doesn't give me a whole lot of hit points because endurance affects your total hit points, but it will be going up as we continue on. I'm looking at what I need immediately as opposed to what I'm going to need later on, because if I'm level 20 and I gain 1 point of endurance, it affects my hit points as if I've had a higher endurance from level 1. So you get the same amount of hit points. I'm not losing anything. So this is what I'm going to be going for. And yeah, so here we go. I'm going to keep the appearance I have.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
And we're free. So I made it out of the vault almost to level 2 because of that 10 intelligence while I was in there. Now, the low intelligence, as soon as I hit level 2, I'm going to be taking a perk that's going to make it so that low intelligence is no longer going to affect my experience. In fact, it'll actually give me more experience than if I had had a higher level of intelligence. And we will see that once we hit level 2. And we'll decide, and I'll sort of give you the idea of where we're going to be going from there. Something else. Ooh, that's a gauze rifle. That is a beautiful weapon. It looks ugly, but it's like the most powerful rifle in the game, arguably. Beautiful. Come out squinting into the sunlight, and things are not as we left them. And there's our town. Looks a little different. Now all of these quests are starting up for the Creation Club content. The Method of Madness is about the Fantasy Hero set. Find the cache of vault jumpsuits. I mentioned about that one. The Dog Rescue, find the Black Lab. There's also a Golden Retriever that I have. Nuka-Cola. Radaway, that's money, definitely. Stimpack, Radex. Radex I can use. Radex reduces the amount of rads you take. There's nothing wrong with reducing the amount of damage I take. It's the removing them once I have them that's against the rules. Haha. So I now have a throwable. I have a Molotov cocktail pump. So that's something that I throw. Oh, before I forget, before I go any further, you'll also notice I now have 90 hit points because I have a slightly higher endurance. I am going to be putting the handmade shotgun away, and the Morgan spacesuit gets taken away as well. Because look at that rad resistance, 1,000. It's just not fair that I start with a hazmat suit. Right? And I do have a military backpack, and I get to keep that. And I'm actually going to put that on right now. So he now has a backpack, and you see the difference. It's given me 25 extra carry weight and 2 damage resistance. So now, and it looks kind of cool. It makes sense. You know, I grabbed a backpack. You know, somebody left one laying around. That's fine. If you disagree with that, I understand. But I'm still not going to take it off. So I'm going to steal everything out of here. Well, it's not really stealing. Everyone's dead. Oh, there is one thing. Sometimes, and this is a Bethesda thing, sometimes if you bump into a car, you might take damage. Or you touch a skeleton, you might take damage. Or you might just bump against a car and die suddenly. And that is because of Bethesda physics. Bethesda sometimes messes around, it just because these vehicles have physics, right? So if that was up in a high place and it tilted and it fell, it would actually fall. But it's not really fair that a glitch in the game. So if I turn around and take damage from Bethesda physics, I'm not counting it. If I die from touching a car, that's not right. It's not like it hit me. And there's some hub flour, which I'll need for stuff later on. So here we go, moving into town. Now, I've got a pattern of how I do this. So I'm going to be doing that and doing it safely so I don't take damage if at all possible. So let's grab some stuff. I'm not going to grab that sweater vest and slacks. It's pretty useless. So here we are in town. Yes, I know where all the bugs and stuff are. And I'm level 2, just like that. So now you'll see it says level up here. I have 1 level up. So now I can choose, I can either put a point into a stat, or I can pick a perk and get that. The perk I'm going to take is Idiot Savant. And yes, that's Idiot Savant. Just in case John from Ania True Nerd ever happens to listen to this, he calls it Idiot Savant. And I understand he probably, Claire is French, and probably learned it it's French, but I'm sorry, it's got T's. So T's are not silent, so there we go. What this does is it randomly gives me 3 times as much XP from any action. But the lower my intelligence, the greater the chance that that's going to trigger. So with the 3 intelligence, it's going to trigger, hopefully, quite a bit. Now, another red roach comes out. Oh, like that. There you are. Pow! And it just triggered, just like that. There you go. So I would normally have gotten 11 experience from that Radroach, but because I took Idiot Savant, I got 33, which is really awesome. So now we're just going to explore and loot. See, I got antibiotics right away. That's pretty cool. Ooh, we have a novice lock suitcase. Without taking any perks into locksmith, I can unlock a novice lock. So this is a little mini game that you basically can move the bobby pin around, and you're trying to find the sweet spot in order to unlock the lock. There we go. I got another bobby pin. And you see there's a clean stripe suit. Weighs 3 pounds. Gives you +2 charisma while you're wearing it. I'm going to take that for now, because it's good to have some charisma gear. Now that says I have -4 damage taken. It's because I leveled, and sometimes it'll do that, but it evens out eventually. So bag of fertilizer. Now this is our first crafting station. This is where you make drugs. You can make different types of drugs here. Overdrive is a lot of fun. Psychojet is something that John swears by. You can make fireworks, grenades, healing items, all this fun stuff. This is not stuff that I'm going to need to take and to use. But because I've activated that, I'm now considered the ownership of this settlement. Which means this whole town now belongs to me. And I can take anything that's outlining yellow, I can just flat out scrap. And I get 10 steel for that. And that goes right into the workstation. So it's not in my inventory. If it's green, you can pick it up and move it. Or scrap it. Right, like that. I'm getting wood for all of that. Right? Now that'll be important as once we've cleared this place out. Ooh, a free pistol, which is worth money. You gotta watch when you got a safe, sometimes it'll have a tension trigger, and it makes a makeshift bomb. That would have set that off, and that would have hurt a lot. So let's see what we got in this chest. Or this safe.
Nice.
Boom. Now safes aren't amazing. They have a lot of, junk stuff. But you look at this. Weight 0, value 8. Can't go wrong with that. Ammo. Can't go wrong with that. Absolutely. So I'll just take all of that. The other mini game is you'll have computers, right, which is basically a big old game of Mastermind. So if you want to hack a computer, you've got all of these words. And you choose a word, and it'll tell you, oh, none of those letters are correct. So I can then ignore anything with a letter. And like this one doesn't have any of those letters in the same places. That one also has nothing. This is not going good for me. That one will work. Nope, that one has nothing too. But then you'll sometimes have these little cheats in here. Like I hit that, it takes out a dud. Take that, oh, that's another dud going. You're looking for brackets that match up with each other. Like there we go. Another dud is removed. Now I've already used that one, so it's not there anymore. Da-da. Another dud is removed. I've got one attempt remaining on this, so that's why I'm doing this. So I'm taking out all of the wrong answers I can. This is far from what I'm best at in this game. Oh, there we go. And then in there somewhere is a tries reset. So I know that Vast, Flat, the Thug, which is now gone off the list, is not going to help at all. That one might be it. That one shows me, oh hey, there's one that's correct out of that. Plus, that could, no, but Thug was wrong. So that can't be it. Loan, that doesn't have anything that's related to that. Dam doesn't. Feel doesn't. Tail doesn't. Pool does.
There we go.
That was the right one. So there we go. And again, this is all lore. I only did that to show you about a computer. I'm not going to be showing you those anymore, by the way. In terms of what I'm going to be showing you and what I'm not, the only cuts I'm going to be making are stuff like the locks and the computers that I hack. That way you don't have to watch me fiddle with that for like 5 minutes every time. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm not going to be making any cuts. And the reason for that is so that you can see, whoo, okay, I'm being completely honest. And you'll just notice in the lower right-hand corner, I now have a bed and I now have a little bit of red on that bar of my action points. What that means is that I am tired and it's taken up some of my action points. There's a safe, but it's advanced. Now there's a trick that I can do here, is I can scrap that safe, and all of the contents of that safe now went into the workbench. So until I've rested, I have that little bit of red on the bar. And with tired, like I'm now, adrenaline is now at plus 15% damage. I'm tired, my AP, that's action point refresh speed, is down 5%, which isn't that big of a deal. Other effects like hunger and thirst will have bigger or worse effects. I can now go into this food table and or crafting table for food. I can transfer dirty water into purified water. I can make dirt and whiskey. I can cook stuff too. So all of that grilled radratch I've had, for every 3 makes grilled radrat. Grilled radroach, not radrat. Ooh, and one was Idiot Savant. So there you go. If I turn around and call it Idiot Savant, it's because of John, and I blame John for it. Just saying that now. Ooh, a couple frag grenades. It's awesome. Now, normally I would go around there and we'd experience bloat flies for the first time, which are a terrifying opponent. They zip and zing all over the place, they're hard to hit, and they shoot a projectile that causes radiation and damage. I don't want that. So there is a way to get some help in this. But I just want to check this house first, and then we'll go get some assistance. Desk fan, beautiful desk fans, all those screws. Because, lo and behold, we have a friend. Who is that? Could that possibly be the much less shiny Codsworth?
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
Codsworth. What happened to the world?
World, sir? Well, besides our geraniums still being the envy of Sanctuary Hills, I'm afraid things have been dreadfully dull around here.
Isn't it
Things will be
geraniums?
so much more exciting with you and Mrs. Beck. Where is your better half?
I think Codsworth has gone a little squirrely after all these years.
She's in a better place.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
200 years? What? Are you?
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? must be famished.
So yeah, you've been in the vault for 200 years, while the world has moved on from a nuclear attack.
Codsworth, you're acting...
There are colored
weird.
options you'll
What's
see,
wrong?
and those are
I...
charisma checks.
Oh, sir, it's been just
They're
horrible.
persuasion, checking to see, and
2
as your
centuries,
charisma goes up,
no one to
those are
talk
easier to do.
No one to serve.
I think that one's pretty much a guaranteed success, so I've never failed that check.
Trying to keep the floor
But sometimes it could be like you need like an 8 or a 9 charisma to successfully do it, without like a 10% chance of success.
Don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
Okay, you need
Stay
to
with
calm
me,
down.
pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Well, it's something.
Let it serve as a reminder, sir, of happier days. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Mrs. and young Sean may turn up yet.
Okay, this is an example of a permanent companion versus a temporary companion. If I say yes, Codsworth will help me explore the town. I have no control over him. He does his own thing. I get no experience from anything Codsworth kills that I don't help him kill. So if I shoot something and then he kills it, then I still get experience for it. So this is a temporary companion, so by the rules of this run, I can say...
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, sir.
So, here we go, Codsworth. Because I want nothing to do with these things. As you will see, he takes them out. These things, where does corpse go? Oh, there it is. That is disgusting. Look at that thing. Did he already move on? Oh yeah, he's still in there. Now, I might take a pot shot at one of these. I don't know. I don't want to risk getting hit, because these things can do a massive amount of damage when you're low level like me. Yeah, you can see now I am thirsty, because I got a little bubble of water. This means that as long as I'm parched, I get a -1 to my intelligence, which is fine. I'll keep that for now, because that means I'm going to get more of a chance of that idiot savant going off. Oh, I hit him. And I now have a critical hit available. Woo! See, I got the experience for that, and got the idiot savant for that, which was awesome. That's just good luck there.
Codsworth.
Sir, your family isn't here either. They're really gone, aren't they?
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Concord, sir? Plenty of people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home.
I like these people already.
Oh, good. Maybe you'll get along then, and they can help you find young Sean.
He does not understand sarcasm. So now he goes back, and we are once again without a companion. There we go, and so we got some bloatfly meat. Oh, a bandana. I really didn't want to deal with those. Got another safe down here. Oh, broke a bobby pin. With critical hits, every time you hit in VATS, you build up your critical meter. It builds up faster depending upon what your luck is. Right? So the higher your luck, the faster your crit meter goes up. A critical hit, if you activate it while in VATS, means as long as you have a 1% chance to hit, it's an automatic hit with bonus damage, which is really awesome. It's ×2 with a firearm or ×3 with melee. So I know where everything is here. Ooh, enhanced targeting card. That's lots of circuitry, which I need. Back down. Now, we got a root cellar here. Another little, a dungeon. That's basically one room. And no beasties, so I don't have to worry about it. It does, however, have a bed. But not a good bed. As you will find out. This is some Radex. I was hoping for some crystal, but I guess not. It's that. Taking all the stuff that I want out of here. There we go. That's some 45 ammo. Now these foods that you'll see, these pre-war foods, cram, sugar bomb, stuff like that, they would be good food, except for the fact that, like you look at the grilled rad roach, it's fine, but it's not giving me any radiation. Whereas sugar bombs, I get 7 rads for eating them. No, thank you. With a bed, this is not considered part of the settlement, so I can't go into settlement mode, and I do not have advanced lockpicking, so I cannot open this safe. This mattress, I could sleep for a couple hours, but not long enough to reduce my tiredness. And I'm not sleeping in any bed that doesn't reduce my tiredness, because if you sleep in a dirty, pre-made bed like that, there's a good chance you're going to get sick, and I don't want any illnesses yet. Thank you. But this settlement is now clear. There are no more beasties in this settlement. I'm going to show you the last few houses here, and then we'll probably end it there for today. We've got some good stuff here. Adhesive is something you want. You want all the adhesive you can get your hands on, because adhesive is the limiting factor in the early game for any modifications you want to make to weapons. Okay, so that's pretty much this place. I'll scrap this place off screen, and like that breaks down all the stuff here. But I wanted to show you all the containers.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Just so you see all the stuff that I could get out of the place. So, now there's just 2 houses left. The one Codsworth is outside of, which is my house, and the house across the street. Now, a lot of people use this place. Oh, magazine.
Yes.
There are magazines like this, basically rip-offs and jokes about the golden age of comics. Grognak is supposed to be for Conan. So critical hits with unarmed melee attacks permanently do 5%, plus 5% damage. I'm not using melee, but it's cool. It's good to have. And this is the mirror we started the game in front of. Take that, and the most important book of the game, Your Special, which allows you to get 1 point in a stat, and I'm going to be putting it into Charisma, because a Charisma 6 allows me to get Local Leader, which means once I take that, I can build supply stations between my settlements, which means that if I get another settlement, all the stuff that's in the workstation of this settlement, I can access in that settlement when dealing with building or crafting. Now these are the other crafting tables that are available in the game. There is the weapons workbench to build weapons, the armor workbench to build and repair or build and modify armor, and a power armor station to repair power armor. You can't build power armor in this game. There is one thing I will look at here, which is what I can do for the backpack. I can make it straps or no straps. put a patch on it. Brotherhood of Steel adds energy resistance, improves endurance, improves intelligence, radiation resistance, charisma, agility, perception, agility, luck, endurance. You know what? I'm trying to decide between. You know what? I might just put the gunner's patch on it. Which takes a couple pieces of cloth. I can change the color of it. I'm going to make it black. Add-ons. Can I add any? Oh, I could. Ooh. Oh, but that's going to take some of my adhesive. That's carry weight, fortifies action points. Explosives damage. Ooh. Just adds carry weight. Adds carry weight. Damage resistance and radiation resistance. Oh, this is murder. Okay, the explosives might be good, but I think I gotta go with survival. Yeah, so there we go. Now that's all the adjustments I'm going to make. So that means my backpack now looks like that, which looks pretty cool. Yeah. Now I'm going to... Oh, I'm also hungry now, which is good. I'm going to make it heavier, improve damage. So I can improve this weapon by this. I need gun nut, or do I need more adhesive to make it hardened? Darn it. And then rank 1 gun nut, 2, 3 gun nut to get to the most advanced types. I'm going to make it... There we go. And that's pretty much all the adhesive I have, so it's not like I'm going to be able to create more. I'm now hungry. So what is that going to do for us? Peckish. My endurance is reduced by 0. Oh, it would probably be reduced by 1, but because the backpack's giving me, or the patch is giving me 1 endurance? I guess? I don't know. Huh. Well, yeah. So we're going to explore this house with the last of the stuff out here. Ooh, 6 more bobby pins. Oh, here's one of the t-shirts. One of the t-shirts I wanted to show you. So this is from that thing that I got. So I no longer need that because I now have a Robco t-shirt. This gives me +1 damage resist and 2 charisma and weighs less than that suit did. So let's take a look at what it looks like. Oh yeah, that looks cool. The only disadvantage with these is you cannot wear leg armor. Apparently the leg armor will not fit over your jeans, which is pretty silly, but so be it. So that is as far as we're going to go today, ladies and gentlemen, as we now have our guy in our backpack with our wonderful t-shirt and jeans. Looks like we're ready to go on the road. What we're going to do next time is we're going to go through. I'm going to scrap this place between episodes, and that means taking all of everything here that I can take apart. I'm going to take apart, and then we're going to do a little bit of settlement building. I'll show you that, and then we are going to move on from here. And maybe next time we'll even get to see some serious combat in our first real tests. So, until then, thank you everybody for watching Enoch Does Fallout 4. You only live once. Remember, you are loved, you are cherished, and you are awesome, even in the post-apocalypse. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.